Today, I'm going to be talking about me trying to start my next chapter and how right now I'm feeling really lost. And you may have noticed I've been gone for about a month. I haven't been on YouTube and I haven't been very active on my other social medias. And that's because I've been going through a lot of personal stuff. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I am okay. And during especially the last few weeks, I've had a lot of time to think about my life, what I'm doing, where I'm going. And I've really come down to this conclusion that I'm lost and I am having problems starting my next chapter. If you've watched previous videos of mine, you'll see that I've talked a lot about being stuck. I have felt very stuck in my life over the last few years, but being stuck is different than feeling lost. When I'm stuck, I'm really angry and sad, and I think about the situation I'm in, and I don't know how I can get out of it. You go through all this like, my job sucks, I don't know how I'm gonna get a new job, or whatever. There's a lot of negativity around feeling stuck. You blame your environment, you blame yourself, whatever. But with being stuck, there's ways to fix it. You can get a new job, you can move to a different city, the list can go on and on. However, with feeling lost, the emotions are very different. I'm feeling mostly confused, wondering, very pensive, and it's because I don't know what to do. And it's almost a sense of like a little bit of hopelessness, a little bit of despair, a little bit of just feeling empty inside. It's kind of hard to explain. And when I made all these videos about being stuck, I kind of had an idea of, okay, I need to change, but then I didn't really know where to go. For example, let's just say I wanted a new job. I knew I had to leave my job to be happier and to be unstuck, but I didn't know what that next job would be. Do I change careers? Do I get a new job in the same field? Like, I don't know. So this lack of knowledge of what is good for me is really confusing, and it's kind of resulted in me feeling really lost. And I think part of what is contributing to me feeling lost is not knowing what I am passionate about and not having explored a lot of interests. I have some hobbies, especially dance. I love eating out. I love fashion. And these are all things that I enjoy and that make me happy, but I don't see them as anything more than a hobby. Like, I can't dance more than a few days a week. My body can't take it, and I will never be a professional. And so I haven't identified that one or multiple things that really gets me excited to get out of bed and to start working on or to do. I haven't found it. Part of this is probably because I don't know a lot about myself, and I just recently discovered that. My whole life, I was told what to do. My parents enlisted me in activities. I did enjoy these activities, but because of the nature of the schooling system and activities, I think you'll all agree, I'm not really allowed, or I wasn't really allowed to experience everything that was available. I didn't get to try out multiple sports. I didn't get to try singing and playing an instrument and doing drama. Like, I didn't get to try all that. I only could pick one or two things and focus on those. And when you get into college, your focus is mostly college. And then when you get into a full-time job, that basically consumes your life. Full-time jobs have really hampered my creativity. And I feel like my creative side is very lacking. And it's just because I simply don't have time to explore or try these things, and I don't get exposed to it throughout my day. Now, I have taken up ballet class, which is like 2 nights a week, but work combined with ballet class leaves me zero time during the day to do anything else. And then after work and on the weekends, I'm just trying to recover from being mentally exhausted from work. So it's very hard to try new things and go places when you're just trying to recover. It's hard when you don't know what you're passionate about to try something new because you don't know if you're going to like it or not. And I know that's part of the process, but if it doesn't sound interesting to me, I don't really want to try it, which is probably the wrong way to go about it, but that's just how my brain is set. I also think the lack of direction from not knowing where to go next is really difficult to navigate. I have no idea what to do. I don't know if going to a language class is going to be the right thing for me, or if going to a sporting club is what I need to do. And because I have this lack of direction, I feel like I need to try everything as opposed to just focusing my efforts on one thing. I think that's going to expend a lot of energy on my part, and trying all these things, not knowing whether or not I'm going to like it, is going to be a lot. It might be draining. It's really hard to take that next step when you don't know what that next step is. You know, when you're stuck, a lot of times you can be like, I'm going to get a new job, or I'm going to move to a new city. The answer can be kind of clear cut. When you're lost and you don't know what you need to do, it's harder to make a decision, I think. For example, if I want a new job, do I get a new job with a new company doing the same thing? Do I switch careers? Do I quit working a corporate job altogether and try a trade? Do I want to move to a different city? Well, which city do I move to? One with a warm climate or a cold climate, or one that's a large city or a small city, or one that's close or away from friends and family? There's so many possibilities, and when you don't know what you want, it's hard to make a decision. Unfortunately, I think the only thing you can do is to do something and see if it works out. And a lot of times I get scared to do that because if it doesn't work out, I feel like it's wasted time. And really, it's not wasted time because you discovered you don't want to do it. But it is hard to try something and not like it and not feel like a failure. So, I've been doing my reflections and really thinking about what do I do to get unlost or unstuck, and how do I start trying to find myself? And I think that's what I really need to do, is find myself. I'm going to start doing lots of new things. I've already started shopping. You'll probably see some shopping videos in the near future where I'm trying to redo my wardrobe. My wardrobe is 75% work clothes. It's not my style, and quite frankly, I don't know what my style is. I do like nice things, pretty things, blingy things, but I don't know what my style really is. So I'm in the process of buying and trying on a whole different set of styles, and you'll see that, I'm sure, because I want to figure out, what is my style? How do I see myself on the outside? The other thing I'm going to do is start traveling more. I haven't traveled in a while because of the events of the last few years, especially. But now that we can travel more, I haven't taken that opportunity. And I think traveling will help get me outside my comfort zone. But I want to travel to experience new cultures, try new things, and really use that time to reflect on myself even more. I'm also going to decorate my house because this is one of 2 paintings in my house, and that's all I've got. My walls are bare, the floor is bare. This furniture I have is like 15 to 20 years old, and it's cheap furniture I got from like Target and IKEA. I got it because it was cheap and I needed some furniture at the time, but now it doesn't really reflect me or my style. I've lived in this house for 5 years. It doesn't really feel like a home. It feels like a house that I live in and I like it, but it doesn't feel like a home. And I think that's because I've never truly understood my style or my design aesthetic. And as a result, my house has remained bare for years. I think a lot of this is changing my external environment and kind of getting out of my comfort zone a little bit, exploring. And these are all things that I hope will help me learn more about myself and help me get unstuck and not feeling lost anymore. And I really hope you enjoy the journey of me getting unlost and unstuck. I will be making tons of videos about all the stuff I'm trying and doing, and I hope you follow along and that it inspires you to try and do new things and to learn more about yourself as well.